Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's read, it will actually be a bonus read. So how this is going to work, I'm going to roll this dice here, and the sign that comes up is going to get an extra love reading for the week, okay? So let's see. Okay, so we have Leo. Okay, so let's see what's going on for my Leos. Okay. So we have two cards that came out here, guys. We have the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Cups actually came out in the reverse position. So I'm just going to keep it that way. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, okay, or another fire sign like yourself, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Some sort of confusion or a message that brings you clarity. I see some sort of confusion being cleared up. Okay, so whether it's you're having a conversation with someone, whether it's a sign that you're receiving, this more specifically seems like communication to me with the Page of Wands. But with the Seven of Cups in reverse, again, I feel like you're going to feel more clear-minded about the situation here. Now, this may be someone that you feel like is currently sending you mixed signals, someone where you do feel connected to them, you do feel a bit of an intense energy when it comes to this person. Although there's a bit of uncertainty here, okay? So I do see that is something that you're going to receive clarity on. Let's see. Someone could also be making a decision to pursue you. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it could be when you're making a decision and you're no longer confused or exploring your options, because the Seven of Cups upright could talk about, keeping your options open. So there's your energy, the Strength card on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, something that either you have a question, okay, or when it comes to this connection here, or there's something you've been going back and forth about, but this has been taking place for you mentally where you haven't really been communicating it, okay? And it could also, this confusion could also be causing you to be very withdrawn from the situation or held back from this person, like not really trusting them, not really wanting to speak to them or connect with them because of the confusion that you feel. Some of you may just be wondering where this connection is headed with the Two of Swords. Let's see. How are you being viewed? The Six of Wands wanted to pop out here. Yet someone really pays very close attention to you. And I feel like specifically this week, they're paying attention to the details. They may view you as someone who's like highly sought after, or for others of you, the Six of Wands could touch on you being in the public eye or receiving some sort of recognition, okay? So we have the Page of Wands for how they're viewing you. So we have the Page of Wands twice. Wow. So this is someone who's very excited to connect with you. I feel like they look forward to the conversations that you guys have. You may be someone who feels like a breath of fresh air for this person, or there's something that feels very new about you. Okay, it could be that this person feels like they're not used to someone like you or the connection that they share with you, but the word that I'm getting here is new. So something feels very new to them. They are viewing you as, well, specifically, I feel like they're very excited to be conversing with you. Okay. So we have the High Priestess followed by the Nine of Swords in the challenge position. Yeah, so if there was a lack of clarity, maybe even the communication could have not been so consistent in the past, that is something that this person feels challenged by. Now, the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords is also something that this person is keeping to themselves, and they're thinking about it constantly. It's brewing within, but it could also be unnecessary worry, because a Nine of Swords is associated with like an anxious energy, but it's sometimes because of what you're telling yourself. And so with the High Priestess and the Nine of Swords, I think that, especially for those two cards to come up in the challenge position, this is someone who's constantly going back and forth in their mind about you, yes, but they may be assuming, or anticipating the worst case scenario, or there's some sort of anxious energy associated with opening up or expressing how they feel. But with the High Priestess, I do believe that they're feeling guided in your direction. This could be a week where they're constantly receiving signs about you. And they're very hopeful despite the worry that they feel. So they are worried, but there is an energy of holding on to some sort of hope with the High Priestess. How are you viewing them? The Knight of Swords. Yeah, so I see a lot of back and forth communication. You may feel that you did not expect to hit it off with this person, or you did not expect, like a conversation didn't go as planned, but I don't really see it as negative. I see it as something to do with the pace of the conversation. You may feel that this person is moving very quickly, or things between the both of you are starting to pick up here. But I do feel like this communication could be a little unexpected, or, even I could be picking up on an energy of you just like being at work and not expecting this person to reach out. Five of Swords in your feelings and the Knight of Wands. For some of you, the uncertainty is wondering if this person is going to be a committed individual. Wondering if you guys are on the same page here. Because I'm strongly getting with the with the Five of Swords as well as the Knight of Wands, it's like you have a question of, am I feeling mentally conflicted, or is it for a reason? Am I just up in my mind about the situation, or do I actually have a reason to be worried? Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize that it stopped recording, but you could be questioning your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But for some of you, it's like you're viewing this person as non-committal, or you're wondering if they are on the same page as you in terms of maybe looking for something more consistent. Maybe for others of you, looking for something long-term. And the way this person approaches you could be something that's a bit conflicting too, like whether it's because it's unexpected, whether it's, you feel like this person comes in hot and heavy, but then they're not able to maintain that energy. We have the Queen of Swords in your feelings, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is the week where you're going to be a little bit withdrawn from this situation, or you're doing more listening and analyzing as opposed to speaking. Right? It could be that there's something here you don't feel comfortable sharing with this person, or in general, you are not trusting of this person. The Queen of Swords and the Four of Pentacles could be some sort of truth or clarity that you've gained, where you are intuitively feeling that you can't be completely transparent or open up to this person. There may even be something that's a bit frustrating for you. Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords could be mental conflict, or quite literally some sort of a disagreement between the both of you that you're revisiting. And I do feel like this is someone that you're very attracted to, but you're questioning whether or not they're going to be as consistent, or you're wondering if this is going to be more like an in and out kind of thing. So we have the Five of Cups clarifying the High Priestess, and we have the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Nine of Swords. I feel like this is someone who really wants to communicate with you, but there's also a lot of, disappointment, and maybe even a major focus on the past, spilled milk here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Now, for these two cards to be coming up in the challenge position, I strongly feel like it's someone who regrets being withdrawn for a very long time, or they feel like they should have reached out to you sooner. Right? So it's like, I should have said this, maybe a week ago or a month ago. It's like they feel like they were stalling, or they were withdrawn from the situation for a very long time, where they're at a point of wanting to speak to you, but they're also questioning whether or not it's been, it's been a long time, and is it actually right for them to reach out? Are they going to receive a response? And that's that Nine of Swords energy. There's so much worry here. Five of Pentacles clarifying the Nine of Swords. The biggest worry that this person has is to remain, if they remain as an outsider in your life. It's like, am I going to be able to connect with Leo again, right? Am I going to be able, or am I going to get another chance? Or is this something that I'm just going to think about and constantly be upset about and have to view it as a missed opportunity with that Five of Cups? The other thing that I'm seeing here with the High Priestess and the Five of Cups, like this person definitely is not showing on the outside how much this is impacting them. It almost seems to me that it's someone who's facing a lot of frustration, sorrow, and confusion, but they're keeping it to themselves. It's not like they're necessarily, even if they're not communicating with you, I don't feel like they're publicizing it or subliminally hinting something at you. If anything, I feel like this person is acting as if it's not bothering them at all. The High Priestess could be a bit of a discreet energy, but it is being clarified by the Five of Cups, which means they're still thinking about you or the past with you and feeling very disappointed. And there's a level of regret as well, possibly feeling like they could have handled things differently between the both of you. So in their feelings, we have the Lovers. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. I'm strongly getting that this is someone who feels very intensely towards you, right? But there's something very like different about this connection. Like going back to what I was saying when I opened this spread, I was getting the word new. So even though I can see that there's some sort of history here, like the connection with you could just feel very special, very rare, something that they're not used to. You could, connecting with you could have opened new doors for this person, or it allowed them to be more open-minded, maybe have a different perspective or think about things in a different way that they wouldn't have if they were not to, connect with you. So I feel like you've opened this person's mind up to different possibilities, or like a different way of thinking. You may find with the Lovers, it's two very different energies trying to come together. So the both of you could have two very different perspectives as well. We have the Wheel of Fortune, wanting a change in this dynamic. This is someone who feels very drawn to you, but they can't really figure out why. They may even feel like even though there's some sort of distance, or even if there are disagreements, they always, want to return to you or want to come back to you in one way or another. Now, as much as they want to change, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's associated with a fixed energy. So they're having a hard time believing that something that remained the same for a very long time between the both of you can actually, work out in a different manner. It's like having a difficult time seeing how things can be different, because things have always progressed in a very similar manner between the both of you. We have the Star card. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius and the Two of Pentacles. What do I do? What do I say? I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, starting off with the Star, I do sense that this person wants to heal this connection, especially with the Star as well as the Lovers. And the Star is just confirming what I was saying about this person feeling this connection is very special to them. It's not something that is just, easy to find. But with the Two of Pentacles, that could also touch on like cause and effect, where this person may feel like because of their prior actions, or because they didn't act on an opportunity when they had the chance to, they now do not have a choice, or they're viewing it as, okay, well, I didn't do that when I had the chance to, so now I have to deal with the repercussions of that. So as much as they want to heal things with you, they're also placing some sort of blame or feeling at fault within themselves. Okay, so we have the Emperor followed by the Eight of Swords in the potential outcome. This person is really fighting the urge to reach out to you. It's almost like, the Emperor could be read as like wanting a sense of control, right? It could be an energy that has a hard time with emotional intimacy, or there's, some sort of a guard that they, have up. Even if you know who this person really is behind that guard, they're having a hard time letting that down. And Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords in the same spread is someone who's very stressed out, very worried. So for these two cards to come out in the potential outcome, I'm strongly getting that there's some sort of mental restrictions that this person feels. What's the Emperor? Ace of Wands, okay. And the Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, wow. Six of Swords. I don't think the worry and the stress is going to determine whether they're, coming forward or not. It's almost like, yes, they are stressed out and yes, they're worried, but they want a new beginning with you, or they want to feel closer to you. And it's outweighing this anxious energy, this worry that they have of, are things going to work out? How is Leo going to respond? Right? That's why I clarified the Emperor as well as the Eight of Swords. And you have two aces here, which is, symbolic for a new beginning. And Six of Swords is someone wanting to feel closer to you, could be physically moving closer to you. Let's see. Six of Swords and the Tower. Very interesting. For some of you, as this person is trying to connect with you, you may have a new beginning elsewhere. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a new relationship, but just an opportunity that's emotionally fulfilling, something that's exciting here. But I see you being in between worlds or having two different options. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Tower. So there's something unexpected about this person returning, but I'm also strongly getting that there's something unexpected in terms of how you're responding or where you currently are when you receive this communication. So where you are emotionally and mentally. Maybe you're focused on like a new job opportunity. Maybe there is someone else that you're connecting with. But I'm seeing almost like not necessarily two brand new beginnings, but a brand new beginning that is occurring for you while an unexpected event or an unexpected person from the past returns. So, what I'm saying is, when you receive this communication, you may have some sort of a decision to make, or you may feel like you're moving on, or you're dabbling in something new, and then your past is kind of causing you to backtrack, or it's kind of like nudging you in a way, is how it's coming through to me. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.